Welcome. I am Zach from Too Many Hobbies, so that's what it's called right now. And today I will be showing you my experience this year with building momentum within drawing, doing it consistently, improving my skills, seeing the most growth I've seen in years, and just generally enjoying it so much more. I am Zach. I'm a student, which is picked up my game in art as of a couple days before 2023. I draw a lot. I'm currently possessed by learning. I am expanding my repertoire by a great margin, and I'm hoping to document and help people learn about things that they might be able to do to improve their process, their ability to draw, their process with artistic development. And I don't have any real experience as an artist or programmer or anything, but I do plan to work with games in the future. That is the current plan. But I do have this personal growth that I have gone through for the past couple of months, I don't know, since the start of the year. And I think that you could possibly reflect on it and possibly take some of these lessons and consider them in your own life. Considering what you could change, add, remove from your life to work towards your goal. What is your goal? Well, you gotta define that. For me currently, it's getting the skills, learning, and just becoming a better human being. This is my artistic growth from the start of the holiday. So, I went on this vacation with my family. First time I've ever gone on a vacation. We went for a crazy 18-hour drive. My parents were swapping in the car and whatnot. We were heading up, and we had a lot of free time. I didn't have my computer, so what did I do all that time? I drew. I spent time with my family. I enjoyed it a lot. I decided then, because my brother was also wanting to my brother was going crazy with stuff then. He was really driving to improve. He was getting me on this train as well. And I thought, hey, I'm really going to try drawing a lot while I'm here because I have so much time and nothing to fill it up with. So I made some really cool art. My cover for my 2023 sketchbook is sick. I still have to finish that sketchbook now, but that's my A4 sketchbook. I have not done too much in that. I made a really cool opening page. It's really inky, and I use fineliner and stuff, and it's a cool ass skull. This is 2023. Absolutely dope. I made a couple of really nice artwork, some portraits. I had a small sketchbook which I was filling with a bunch of nonsense sketches that were very fun. I generally showed my family more of my art than I usually do because why not? I can. We're just having a fun time. And I found myself with an actual drive to make cool stuff. Previously, I had been so scared to make something, to not make something good. And I had this thought in my brain where I'm not good at art. But little did I know, if I think I'm good at art, then I get better at art faster. Which is weird. I really tried, and I was so surprised with myself for the results. I made some cool stuff, as I just explained, and this kind of broke a mental barrier in my brain where I had discovered that I wasn't useless at art. I can make cool stuff, and it can be pretty hit and miss, but I have potential. I can get better, and I can just, if I really care about it and I really want to do it, I can put in that effort, that time, and improve at art. I can improve at pretty much anything I want in my life, my social skills, whatever. And on this holiday, I drew a bunch, lots of fun, going absolutely crazy. But when I got back home, I kind of retained that idea, the mentality that I built a greater appreciation for what I could do, and I had a new view on my skill. I made some artwork, started getting serious about creating semi-regularly. I was making a lot of digital artworks at the time, a lot of portraits, a lot of painterly stuff. I was watching a lot of art, YouTube. I was really just in a groove. Well, not nearly as much of a groove as I was on the holiday, but I had been a lot better than I was before that holiday. And people started to like my work. I started to actually show people my work, which is probably why people didn't like my work, because they didn't know my work existed, and I just didn't. I was so scared to show people my work because I just wasn't used to it, I guess. I had almost no self-confidence in my work. I didn't know how to show people. I didn't know how good it actually was. Getting better slowly. I was very hit and miss. I had some really good artworks and some that were very quick, and I didn't care that much about them. I generally was pretty foggy with what I wanted to do, and I just knew that I could do something. And at some point, Brad and I, my brother, fully dropped video games. We together sat down and we were like, okay, we want to change. We want to get better at everything we do. We want to improve. I cut out video games out of my life. He had already cut them out. And by cutting out video games is crazy. It takes up whatever time you have. If you have friends that play a lot, then you will also play a lot. And I had cravings to play beforehand, but I put my foot down. I decided, okay, I am feeling guilty about myself, about what I'm doing. I could be doing so much better, and I cut it out. I had some hiccups with my social life, but my productivity skyrocketed. This was over a holiday, and I changed everything. I absolutely went silent in terms of to my friends, and for me, I was just learning a whole bunch. I was drawing every day. This is when I kind of started to draw pretty much every day. I went out, got a sketchbook, got some better art supplies from my brother's recommendations, from his teacher's recommendations, and I don't need to play video games anymore. I don't feel this craving for it. I have so much more time, and I have a guilt now whenever I play video games, which isn't fantastic when I'm playing video games, but generally it's been fantastic. I have so much more mental clarity, and this has not been solely from removing video games. It is just a contributing factor that gave me my time back. Gaming was my full-time job that made me no money and put me further behind the people around me. I started watching lots of informative content. I learnt things that I should have practiced, and I worked more on developing my art. Just solidly improved a whole lot more. I was drawing every day because I had a checklist, and I'd tick it off and I'd be like, yeah, I've drawn today. I've done this and that today. I had a checklist for a bunch of things, but drawing was on there. And I built this internal identity, an obsession with art and learning. It was fantastic. I can't tell you how much drawing and learning means to me now. It is the most important thing for me right now, to develop myself, to improve. This might not be totally useful for everyone, but I saw my trajectory. I was going to possibly go into uni, kinda doze off, just playing video games a lot. I just let life, I would pretty much keep doing whatever I'm doing until life got in the way and I had to pick up my game. Instead, I intersected with that, and I'm starting now. Whatever you're doing right now, reflect. What do you not enjoy in your life? What do you feel is subtracting from the quality of your life and taking up too much games? This could be a mental thing that's going through your head that you're ruminating. This could be a habit that is taking up all your time, taking up all your brain space. This could be maybe a person that you just spend all your time with. This could be anything. Something that takes your time, takes your brain space away, takes your energy, and drains you before the end of the day. Consider reducing or removing this, whatever it is, by whatever means best fits it. And from time to time, just reflect on your current situation. What do you like? What don't you like? What could you remove to make the things that you are doing worth more, and you can do more and make them better? Because the people who are successful aren't just doing the things that you aren't doing. That they aren't just doing the things that you aren't, but they're also not doing some of the things that you are. people who are truly wealthy and have mental clarity and are fantastic people. I'm not saying that you can't be a fantastic person while you're still doing this, but something that I've seen has taken up so much of people's time is going home and filling your time. You got time, but it's how you fill that time and how you use it which determines how much growth you might have. Some people might go home, watch TV, do whatever chores they have to do, and wake up the next day and they are in the same position. Some people might go home and play video games or like not go home and go out and party or whatever. Spend all their time. But what a lot of people who have mastered time do is they do things in their free time which improve them. It gets them to a better position. They learn something. They learn a skill. They learn a theory, a concept. They actively change things. They make differences. They listen to a podcast, learn something about it, and change something about their life. They become 1% better. If you become 1% better than where you are every day of your life, this will compound. I've already seen it compounding and increasing my mental clarity, increasing my confidence, my ability to function as a human, my social ability to talk to other people and be able to have an actual conversation instead of worrying about or whatever it might be. Social stuff is a different conversation for a different day, but I would suggest for you to reflect on what you're doing right now, see what you can remove, see what you can change, and potentially once you have time, by cutting out the things that are wasting it, social media, video games, TV, these distractions, and move yourself more towards just learning, improving, becoming better at whatever you're interested in. My current goal is to become better in so many things, and specifically with art. It's this very specific style. It's like a type of style, it's a type of art. It's this very clean, designish, very strong shapes, clean lines, smooth gradients, and just beautiful style of art which I'm trying to move towards, and I've been able to identify what I'm doing differently, what I need to learn, and I've just been drawing every day, pushing towards that, and I have seen fantastic growth, and I can't stress enough how much this journey has changed the trajectory of my life. I have ambitions now. I am learning stuff now. Wow. School doesn't teach you a lot, tell you what. I've literally learnt more in the past 3 days than I have in this entire term. Possibly this entire year. And it's if you take control of your learning, and if you're not in school or any education right now, if you start learning more, then you will continue to build and build upon your knowledge and your skills and get the most out of your time. It's not a direct way to get happier, but for me, it's so much better than feeling guilty about not doing anything, not improving, not striving for anything. I was like a husk. I just come home, get on the computer, wait for my friends to get on, play games, have dinner, go to bed, wake up the next day. And it was not very fulfilling. Thank you all for watching, listening for this relatively long talk. What is this, twice the length of the last one? This has been much more forward, less rehearsed, and deeper than the previous one. I'd like you to let me know if you enjoyed this style of content more than the last one. In this early stage of my channel, I will be pivoting, finding out what I enjoy, what you guys like to watch, trying to document my process and growth, and teach you all about whatever I learn. And what I've learnt since the start of the year is that, man, if you want to learn, you can learn so much. Spending 2 to 3 hours a day, you don't need to do 2 to 3 hours, but every day learning something and changing something as much as you can. You might not change something every day about how you go about life, because something might get in the way, or whatever happens. But if you can have this mental strive to learn, then I believe you will have a far better future. You will be able to continue growing for the rest of your life, which, learning every day is pretty much going to guarantee that you grow. Alright, I've rambled on for 4 minutes doing nothing. Thank you. I will see you later.